had tumours in my lungs, lymph nodes, spine, ribs, shoulders, and more in my brain than they could count. That was my darkest hour, when he said, you have more brain tumours than we can count. So it brought me to my knees. It brought me to my knees. I was on my knees with grief, more than fear. I'm not so afraid of dying. I'm afraid of leaving my kid to grow up without me. My daughter was 4 years old and it seemed like I wasn't going to get to raise her. There were some turning points. I remember my oncologist saying, you need to have urgent whole brain radiation. And by now I was losing my eyesight and my language and I was in real trouble, but my intuition went, no, I need to educate myself. And the second major turning point was when a nurse, this was in an NHS hospital at this point, she hands me my appointment for my first radiotherapy session, and I didn't know how counterculture this was at the time, or controversial, and I don't make a habit of it. But I looked at it and I knew my kid had something going on at school that day. And I remember telling myself, if I fit my life into cancer, I'm going to die very soon. But if I fit cancer into my life, I might have a life, even if it's only for 6 months. But I need to do this according to my own terms. And I said to the nurse, I'm sorry, but I'm not free that day. And I mean, I didn't know you didn't do that, but it was so psychologically important for me because I took my power back that day. It's taken me to the north and south poles of my resilience, courage, humanity. But there was a night that I put my head on the pillow and I didn't think I'd wake up. And I mean, I literally, as I lay my head on the pillow, my words were, thy will be done, as I closed my eyes. I just remember waking up and the relief that I was alive was palpable. I think I cried. Cancer is brutal, and I would return it to sender in an instant if I had the power to do that, of course. So this is not about romanticizing this illness. However, it's been a profoundly uplifting experience in many ways, and it's been the most transformative, creative, productive, life-enhancing, wondrous few years of my entire life. When your life is on the line, you want to pick up the dreams you've left on the shelves along the way. And I think the biggest dream that I pulled off the shelf was I wanted to be a writer since I was 10. Cancer has given me that vocation. I've now written 2 Sunday Times best-selling non-fiction books. Cancer Whisper has been translated into 12 languages. I have a background in psychology and I've been teaching people for 30 years to bring their best to their worst moments. I was diagnosed in the winter and I remember walking out painfully to the horses in nearby fields. I stood in the field and screamed, no, just no. But I remember walking home saying the words, I have cancer, cancer does not have me, I have cancer, cancer does not have me. And I said it over and over and over again, and by the time I was home, I was in complete acceptance of my situation. I have cancer, cancer does not have me.